Hey guys, well, you know what's better than one smashed Toyota? How about another smashed Toyota? So, if you've seen the videos I did a while back of that little Toyota Echo, and I repaired it kind of cheap, it got kind of hit sort of the same way this one did, but maybe not quite as bad. This is another Toyota. This is a 2004 Avalon XLS. I got this from my favorite place to buy cheap, junky, wrecked cars. It's Craigslist. And anyway, this is what it is. Story goes on this car, this was passed down to this younger couple, maybe in their 30s, and this was mom's car. Mom was driving it, I guess. And anyway, you're not gonna believe this one. She was getting ready to come home one day, or she's on her way home, and she looked down and noticed that the battery light was on. So she got out and checked under the hood and realized the alternator belt had broken. So I guess she panicked, sort of, and she was going to try to make it home before the battery went dead, so she was kind of rushing, I guess he said. And she collided with another car. So she didn't have a number on it. And I guess they only had liability insurance, so no fixing it. And he pulled all the sheet metal off of it. Everything you see gone, the fender and the grill was busted off of it. The bumper cover, I have all that, but he took all that off of it, I guess to assess the damage and then decide that it was more than they wanted to tackle. So it's a nice car still. It was a certified pre-owned car several years ago. It's got about 161,000 miles on it. Looks all original. It's loaded. It's got a nav. It's got a JBL stereo, sunroof, automatic wipers, automatic lights, whole 9 yards. It's got everything they can put on one of these, except it does not have leather upholstery, so it's just fine with me. So anyway, I've decided that I'm going to go into picking away at this. It's kind of a rainy, misty day today, this afternoon and this evening. So I'm just going to get into this and start removing everything else off this and see where we get with this as far as if it's something I'm going to be capable of fixing. I've been sitting, as I've been looking at watching the birds, and just kind of eyeballing this thing and trying to get a read on where the bend is on it and which way it got hit. And so I think we definitely took the Echo was basically front on. It clipped it above the frame and just pushed everything back. It was a deer hit. But this one's a little bit different. This one got kind of I guess you could say, an oblique angle. I think it kind of went in like this and knocked her over. Because, you can see we've got a kind of ugly stuff here. We got a reinforcement bar that's bent in, and then this is the frame horn right here on the right side, which is obviously bent backwards and a little bit over. If you look back in there, it's got just a little bit of a bend in it. So it's about 5 or 6 degrees inboard, and then the inner fender's really got it right there, and then it really got the side of the core support that's supposed to be straight, and pushed that a little bit. Just basically did a number on it. It didn't really hurt the I was glad to see it didn't really hurt this too bad up here. It's got a little bit of a fold up here, which you'll see later on as we get into this, and just really mashed stuff right here. But believe it or not, it didn't get into the air conditioner far enough to breach it, and it didn't get into the radiator. That shows you how tough these things are, I guess. The only thing that I don't like is that the wheel, it's cambered in a little bit, and it had a badly bent strut. I've already replaced that. It just didn't really cure that. Still kind of leaned in. So we're going to have to dig into that also to get it driving right. And hood took a good hit. Hood's ruined. Because if you look down at the front, you can kind of see, as we come across from over here, that's one of those locusts, by the way. See how it really That's where it starts coming in right there, and it got it right here, and it pushed this hood. I was trying to figure out, the hood was hitting over here on the left side, and I thought, oh boy. But I believe what's happened is this hood just kind of bent. I think the hinge is bent on it's what's happened. This is the hood hinge, and I can tell by looking at it, you see how far over that's supposed to be. That part's supposed to be down in here, and it's bent here, it clipped the windshield. And then if you look at the, shut up dog, if you look at the hood up there, it's okay across right there, it's okay, and then you get right over here and you see there's definitely a bend in it, right? Whoops. I only had this camera about 3 years, forgive me. Got a bend in it right there, so it pushed up against the fender. And I thought this fender, I looked this thing over pretty carefully before I bought it, because I was skeptical about it, what kind of shape it was actually and how hard it got hit. And this fender being bent right here, I didn't like that. But the gaps, the thing that made me just decide to go ahead and go for it is the gaps look pretty good. I don't see any real problem with the gaps. The door gaps all look good. Doors close good. So doors back here look good too. This one does, at least. Looks good back through there. Remember that Taurus I had when I first started doing videos? It got hit a lot like this, and it really did a number on it. It got back into the A-pillar, but this has none of that. So if we look at the fender, I've got the fender over here. The fender is really not hurt that bad. I mean, you can see it got it like right down on the corner, and then kind of it's got a fold right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start picking away at this. I'm going to start disassembling all this plastic and take the headlight out and everything that can be unbolted right now. I'm going to go ahead and do that so I can get an idea of what I got to do here, because I only got $750 in this car. If I can't fix it, you know, I can get that out of it one way or another. But it's really a pretty nice car though. She was not a good driver. She's dented a couple of the doors up back here. But the inside's nice. Non-smoker. That's the Hope Diamond right there. Ain't nasty like the other one. I would have passed on it if that had been the case. But all right, guys. Well, I'm going to do that, and I've already actually bought a few parts for it. I bought a fender and headlight assembly and that little piece of stuff that runs across the, I guess, the filter panel, and a washer bottle. So let me quit talking and get on with this, and I'll make a video. I'm going to get it a little bit further ahead on this. See ya.